Yo, what is up? It is your boy RJ in the building, and before we get into it, I want to do a shout out to one of my boys that I met called Hokage Adrian. We did a collab video on his channel. He just started putting up like Naruto content. I think he used to put up like other content, but I think he just wants to, focus on more Naruto stuff as well. So if you're not, check him out. He's got some good videos on there about some tech, as well as just some fun competitive matches. Well, not competitive, more like just some fun matches on that he recently uploaded as well. So definitely go check him out, link in the description down below. Alright, so what we're gonna focus on is recently my broski, Poison Okami, released a video talking about using walking to cancel guard manipulation. So if you don't know what guard manipulation is if you block something within a certain height. So let's say if you block something up like from more like, let's use the double jump to explain it. This, you're not in guard manipulation land. Here you are. So from the second jump up you are. If you block something around that region, anything, kunai, jutsu, dash, anything, when you land you will not be unable to block, because like when you jump high in real life, you land and then you kind of you might have a little bit of a stumble, like you got to kind of put more effort into, like, because gravity exists. Think about it like this and this. If you block anything from up here, you can't just block. It'll take you a minute to do so, right? So what this does is that it cancels the animation, right, by walking to the side. So if you block anything, you'll walk, and then you'll block like so, right? If it's still a bit confusing as I'm explaining it to you, I'm gonna put a link in the description to Poison Okami's video as well, and then you can come back to this video after, because I'm gonna teach you another way that it can be used as well. Now getting into that now is that you can actually do it through switching, right? So for like the slightly advanced players or anything like that, a lot of people you'll do the double dash like this, right? So you'll do the double dash, you'll do like a combo buffer, stuff like this, right? Now I'm going to use the up break pill as an example for doing so, right? Now let's say you're going with a shadow combo. If I mash the up break pill, do you see how it takes a while for it to come out? See, I'm literally mashing it, all right? It doesn't come out straight away, it takes a while, all right? So what walking frames will do is that if you walk to the side when you do this, it cancels that animation as well. You see how like they kind of take a minute to land and then he does it? If I walk to the side now, oops, I messed up there too. You see, it's so much faster than doing this. Even then it came out. See? So that's another way that you can also use that movement cancel as well, where you walk to the side and you will be able to do it faster. Who's notorious for doing this is Mr. Air Force. He does this a lot, because he does it in guard pressure as well as comboing as well for like sub traps and stuff like that. So if for example someone is blocking, so on guard, if with some characters, because their first two hit is long, they can't do this, they can't counter anything about this. My English is a bit mad, I'm not gonna lie to you. They can't do anything about this. They can't counter, they can't throw shuriken, nothing. If their animation is long enough, nothing will happen. But you have to get it on point. Like for example, there'll be nothing that anyone could do about that, because you're still under block stun from Ino. So it's really good to set off a upbreak pill or anything else like that. I also do it from like characters where when you can switch in like this and then the characters keep going. There's times where I want to do like a jutsu or something like that, and it won't come out unless you obviously just connect. So I also do it for when I do combos like that. From when you do a combo, you'll tag in, they'll finish it. I'll show it up on the screen somewhere so you don't see it. and then sometimes I do like a little movement to do like an ultimate or something, because I've had times where I input it and it doesn't come out at all, so I'll move to the side and it will do so also. So that is another thing, that is another way that you can do it too, right? So I just wanted to point it out as well, because considering that a lot of people are like, oh, I didn't know this, this is another way that you can use these things, right? Now I'm gonna explain how this can be used for shuriken characters. As you guys know, that is what the characters that I specialize in. So I gotta help out my other shuriken players here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta help them out, make them sick like me, you understand? Yeah, because the geometry dash of the phone game, correlation to the enemies of society, and the I in Eno's name, equator to the justification rounding out to the distance between Maskman's hood and real life as we know it. And I shut the fuck up. Okay, so now that we by the way, did I get this map again? I don't know. I random maps. I didn't pick. I swear to you. If I did get the same map, which I'm sure that I will know when I edit. Yeah. So, how is this relevant to long range characters like Deidara, Shino, Mizukage? These are like the main three that I would say that I see Deidara and Shino the most. I know you see Tamari sometimes, but you don't really see Tenten and you don't really even see Utakata like that, really, to be honest. But so when you do stuff like this, you see how they have the landing lag. If I hold block after I do this, you see how there's like that landing lag, or same way. So you do the same thing regarding this. As soon as you land, you have to move to the side, and then you can cancel it like so. So this is another way that it can be used as well. Obviously if you like to throw out this neutral thing here, and then you go from here, as soon as you land, boom. Yeah, so that's another way that how it benefits square characters too, because a lot of people will like to punish you here as well because they know you're unsafe. And then all you gotta do is that if you do this, cool, boom, you hold your block and you're chilling. Obviously once you get down, you'll do it like so quick where you won't even see the wall to the side, but I'm just slowing it down a little bit so you can see it. And this is the same with all the other square characters apart from Tenten. With Shino, you probably won't be using this as much as well. Why am I not doing that though? Okay, cool. So there you go. Obviously again, I'm doing it slowly so you can see, but with Shino, you probably won't be doing this as much as well, because you don't really see Shino do this quite much. But because most Shinos, I'll switch off like this and I'll do it like that. But if you don't, then here it is. Also, if you do, for example, do his jutsu as well, like this, then it's the same thing as well. Obviously, again, if they're in front of you, then they will get a why is English hard today? They will like dash under it. There's times where I've done it and I've done this and people have dashed under it, but it's there for that. And like, let's say someone subs, or you're in any situation where they're gonna avoid the jutsu, then hey, it's there if you do it a bit too high. Again, and I'll show you here too, it goes to Mizukage as well. So yeah, that's how it benefits square characters really. There are a lot of characters that are good for this. Kidamaru is the same. I know there aren't many Kidamaru players, but Kidamaru is the same. The only character that doesn't that you don't need to do this for, well, you do need to do it with her, it's a bit different, is Tenten, the older Tenten, for if anybody apart from me and Poison and now Inferno, shout out to Inferno, use him, is because her second hit, she goes down on her second hit. But if you do her third hit, if you don't switch off, then you can do it too, right? So that's how it kind of benefits square characters, because it just makes them safer in their combos as well. If you do an air combo or anything like that and you don't want to switch off, it makes you a bit safer. So that is also something to point out for all my square character players as well. Places that you can use it, as well as the places that Poison Akami mentioned. Again, that's the end of the video. make sure you check out Poison Okami's video, because this video, you want to watch that one first and then watch this, just so you can, just because Poison Okami elaborates so much more on the on how it works. I'm more just, you know, I more gave like a general explanation and then showed you guys, you know, that you can use it through switching and regarding using items, you know, regarding on, you know, stuff like that. Or like, let's say you want to use a jutsu as well, so let's say you're going into a combo and you can't get a jutsu out straight away, like it's usually finicky. That's usually the reason why, if you wait a bit too long. So those are two places that you can use it. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to give this video a like, check the links in the description, leave a comment. I'm on the road to 500k. I wish I was gonna say 500k for my birthday. No, so I'm on the road to 500 subs before my birthday, which is May the 30th. I know people thought it was March because the M's, you know what I mean, like it can get confusing between May and March sometimes, because, you know, the AY with the AR can get, you know what I mean. So I understand people who get it, you know what I mean. But anyways, 500k before March, and then I want to get a 1k before the end of the year. Like I said, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, so I'm pursuing it. And that is my goal for this year. So hopefully that you guys can help me achieve that. You know, because if you don't, then I watched this video on like how the distance between the earth and the moon, and it made me wonder, what's the difference between my top lip and the sun? So because, you know, it said that it took 52 earths to get there, I was like, oh, so it will probably, like, the sun's pretty big, so it will probably take like 8 suns to get there, as well as, you know, the geometry of when I studied the ancient art of him to understand the integrity of the Just Frame skyrocket from Tekken, and then you gotta reverse it into the seismic manic force of understanding what the hell I'm saying, on top of redirecting the equator of the unanimous decision known as Wolves of Despair, and it's a great